Well, both of these organizations have done a good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Grant.
Absolutely, B.A. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Now here's Brogdon. Outside Coulibaly. They set the pick. 4-3. The offensive rebound. Pass to Sarr. Now Smart. From outside the arc. Hits the trifecta.
Set it up perfectly. I mean, Smart recognized the soft coverage and took it himself.
Russell to pass to Johnson. Russell against Brogdon. Williams from long range. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
And it's Coulibaly missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Launches it. Here's Claxton. There's the block.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
Brogdon with the ball. Claxton picks him up to the middle. Here's George. Coulibaly up top. Shot clock at 5. Inside. Sarr. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Easy enough for the 7-footer. Sarr bringing the house down.
The kick out to Johnson. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Johnson's got 6 points.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Coulibaly. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Launches a 3. And Smart gets the 3. 6 points for him.
But Smart has such great body control. He can let the jumper go from wherever he wants.
Johnson a screen on Brogdon. Russell to pass to Johnson. The three-pointer off the mark. Washington leading by 5. Coulibaly with it. Claxton picks him up. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
He could have gone straight to the hole, but they'll take that 3.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Hey guys, the Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sarr, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
A big piece. Okay, Shams, thank you. Now, here's Williams. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From deep, Johnson. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
George for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Russell finds Thomas. Claxton with it. Pass to Johnson. Three-pointer, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And it's Coulibaly missing. A chance at a 2 for 1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
The 3 from Russell. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got his 5th rebound in this one. Russell against Smart. Pulls it from the corner. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one. 19 seconds left to play in the first. Johnson a screen on Brogdon. Russell to pass to Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Outside Russell. Lets it go from deep. And that's not going to go. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's what. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Wizards.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, we should also mention how hard they've been working on the offensive glass, just coming up with second chance scoring opportunities. Those can be deflating.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. They've got Trendon Watford. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. Then it's Williams, and it's Claxton in at the 5 down low.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding and rising up off the ground.
Now here's Russell. He's scoreless. Pass to Thomas. Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J.
Now what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span, so hard to envision that happening anytime soon. They've got a long way to go.
And it's Brogdon with the ball for Washington. Fires the 3. Got it. That bucket makes him just 3 for 10.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Outside Russell. The 3. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 7 rebounds in the game. Smart for 3. Brooklyn with the board. Watford the pass to Claxton. Outside for Russell. 3-pointer. The rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Ooh, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Now here's George. Pass to Coulibaly. Beyond the arc. Claxton with a rebound. Nets trail by 8. Now here's Russell. He puts up a 3. And Claxton gets it to go on the assist by Russell.
3-point field goal.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. George, a screen on Williams. Here's Sarr. Pass to Brogdon. Puts up a deep 3 from deep. Brogdon!
You got to be leery of Brogdon. He takes good shots most of the time and knows when to let it rip.
Williams from long range. Rebounded by Brogdon. Washington leading by 8. There's the 3. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in a game is add more time to the clock.
Now here's Russell. Thomas passes to Claxton. Back to Thomas. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, come on, BA. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Cam Thomas. That's his first foul. A new lineup here for Washington. Three-pointer, Kispert. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Wizards leading by 7. For 3. Buries it from 3. Kispert's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's a nice pass from Bay, willing to do whatever he can to help his team.
Melton with the ball. He's picked up by Kispert. Wilson passes to Sharp. Now here's Johnson. The 3 ball. Kispert grabs a miss. Fires from deep. Brooklyn pulls it in. Outside Johnson. Here's Wilson. Sends it home from 3-point land. It's stolen by Johnson. And so it's Washington closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been lights out from deep. And it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Wizards leading by 7 with the Bradley Beal trade. Washington made it clear they were going in a new direction, Brent.
Yeah, it felt like the Wizards were stuck in the Delaware just a little bit. They won 34 or 35 games for 3 straight seasons, and trading away Bradley Beal was an admittance to, hey, we've got to start over. We've got to do something to get some younger players in here on the roster and give us some flexibility. The future is now for the Washington Wizards.
Rashawn Holmes is out there with Sadiq Bey. Then it's Jordan Poole. Then it's Kispert. And it's Carrington in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Washington right now. Here's Wilson. Dunks it hard with 1 hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. Johnson for 3. And Holmes pulls it down. Washington has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Bay with a screen on Melton. Poole for 3. Wilson grabs the board. Nets trail by 6. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Kispert. The shot by Johnson, no good. For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Carrington offline with a 3. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Sharp passes to Melton. And the Nets miss again. Washington leading by 6. The 3. Kispert's shot is good. Kispert's got 6.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Outside Johnson. Outside Johnson from the arc. It's rebounded by Washington. Holmes has got his 4th rebound in this one. 3-pointer Kispert. And again, Washington with a triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Cloudy, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Now into the lineup for the Nets.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Holmes. Back to Poole. Bay with a screen on Melton. Just 5 on the clock. Poole from long range. Rebounded by the Nets. Well, whenever Jordan Poole is out there, Brent, you expect some highlight reel moments.
Now, there's no doubt that Jordan Poole is the kind of player that's going to take some chances. Sometimes it doesn't go so well, but when the times pay off, BA, it is spectacular.
All right, let's get a report from Ali.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
doubt about that. Well said, Alex.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Sharp. Here's Clowney from behind the arc. Kispert grabs a miss. Poole right side. We've got 1:13 left to play in the third quarter. Shot's good by Carrington.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
The Wizards making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Martin comes in for Wilson.
3-point field.
Washington leading by 6. May with a screen on Johnson. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. They get it back. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Here's Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Yeah, coaches from the sideline screaming, get a body on Rashawn Holmes, why don't you?
Claxton can't get it to go. The Wizards shooting a disappointing 38%. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. It's Middleton on the wing. Knocks down the triple. And now an 11-point Wizard lead.
Middleton only takes a second to get that shot off. Such a good catch-and-shoot game.
Claxton passes to Melton. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
3-point field.
Melton's got 5 points now this quarter.
Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Pass to Middleton. This one for 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3. Just 4 seconds left in the third. Johnson for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Nets trail by 11. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Kispert from the arc. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Johnson. Puts up a deep 3. And Holmes pulls it down. Holmes has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Fires for 3. Claxton with a rebound. And Russell's got the ball here for the Nets. They trail by 11. Williams misses. Washington has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pure from 3-point range. Kispert's got 9 points here in the second half.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Here's Claxton. And again, it's the Nets missing. Washington leading by 14. Here's Coulibaly. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Pass to Johnson. Here's Claxton. Sinks it from distance. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Thomas.
Wizards ball.
Smart finds George. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer Holmes. Claxton with a rebound. Nets trail by 11. Williams from long range. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instinct's just showing off from Russell there.
And it's Smart missing.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
It's stolen by Smart. From downtown, the Wizards with another miss.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. Pass
to George. Thomas with a steal. Fast break, Brooklyn. It's stolen by Smart. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now Koulibaly, covered by Johnson. Holmes, a screen on Johnson. They grab their own miss. Now George. Pass to Kispert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thomas with the ball. Guarded now by George. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
The possession is just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them get back in the ballgame.
And the Wizards making a change here. Sarge checked in. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync. And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Here's Sarr. Here's George. Sarr passes to George. There's a screen. To stop the drought. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Russell pass to Johnson to tie it up. Rebound by the Wizards. George has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Koulibaly on the wing. Williams defending.
Ooh, important points from Sarr. And just great recognition of the moment. Don't see that in a lot of young players. Wow.
And the call will be on Corey Kispert. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Kispert.
Number 32.
And Brooklyn with possession here.
Yeah! This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that. There's a huge possession, and he nets it.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And by missing that free throw, now a 3 could even the score. Not ideal.
Smart for 3. And Smart nails the triple.
Yeah, total focus from Smart in the big moment. He just looks fearless. Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away. Well, the teammates are fired up, and so is D'Lo.
This is their chance to stretch the lead, Graham.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake.
Middleton passes to Smart. Outside Koulibaly. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. No good on the triple. Outside Johnson. Pass to Claxton. He tries for 3. Here's Williams. He connects!
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
And so it's Washington who scrapes by with...
And Greg, I know you do. One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with Ingram. And it's Pirtle in at the 5. Now, quickly, after Marcus Smart missing on that last three-pointer. Here's Barnes. And Sarr pulls it down.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And here's quickly for 3. Drills it from outside.
First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Here's Toronto now. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Koulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
Launches it. Some solid defense from Ingram. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Barnes. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Quick release from Scotty Barnes. My goodness, pre-shot preparation was on point.
Outside, Smart. Sarr sets the screen for Smart. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Chatted with Brian Keefe. Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. That's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
Thank you, David. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Pirtle. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
Smart with this screen on Barrett. Here's Sarr, defended by Pirtle. Clock at 6. And here's Kispert from the arc. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Barnes with it. Now defended by Sarr. Barrett the pass to Ingram. For the 3. Rebound by Kispert.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Pass to Ingram. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
And I love it when Ingram works for that high percentage look. Such a high basketball IQ.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And it's quickly missing. For Washington, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Back to Koulibaly. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now Kispert, following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. This one for 3. The offensive rebound. Here's Kispert. Launches a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Kispert's got 6.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
The shot's good from quickly.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Barrett kicks to Pirtle. Out to Barrett. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Fades back. No good on the shot. He gets it up. Oh, big time play.
And he nails it. That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress of the end.
A big-time effort for Corey Kispert, providing a lot of energy for the Washington Wizards. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Wizards' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Brandon Ingram's out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Barrett at the small forward.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And the Raptors making a change here. Boucher is checked in. Here's Smart. Oh, good on the three. Raptors trail by 6. Quickly with it. George picks him up. Out to Barrett. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Wizards. On the wing, Koulibaly. Quickly covering. Back to Koulibaly. Lets it go from deep. Now just 1 for 7 with that miss. Tough night so far. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
It's good. Koulibaly's got 5 now.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And here's Quickly for 3. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. Now here's Kispert. He's guarded closely. Pass to Holmes. Here's Koulibaly. He's covered by Ingram. Shot from the top of the key. And Koulibaly gets it to go. And now a 7-point Washington lead. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Quickly finds Barnes. Back to Quickly. From outside, off the mark. Wizards leading by 7. George sets a screen for Smart. Puts up a 3. They get it back. George sets a screen for Smart. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Barrett. Raptors trail by 7. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. Raptors with a fresh shot clock. Driving in. Rebounded by the Wizards. From deep, George. Boucher with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Barnes outside. A minute 50 left in the first half of the game. There it is, his third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3. On the wing, Koulibaly. He's covered by Ingram. From downtown. And it's Smart again missing. Raptors trail by 5. Barrett wide open. He fires. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You can tell some players like that rhythm dribble. R.J. Barrett using the pull-up jumper. Go ahead, R.J.
Smart against Quickly. Pass to Kispert. George with a screen on Barrett. They get the rebound. Back to Smart. And here is Holmes. Boucher defending. Smart deciding where to go with it. And the three ball is good. Smart's got 6 here in this quarter.
It's great seeing Marcus Smart drain these perimeter jump shots. You know he's put in the time to let that offense become a natural part of his game.
Alibaba finds Kispert. Holmes setting the pick for Kispert. Fires for 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
It seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan. The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Koulibaly. He's covered by Ingram. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And here's quickly for 3. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Washington Wizards holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We've got more in store for you right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Wow, you look at Corey Kispert. What a contribution.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
They've got Saar. Jordan Poole is out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie in at the 4. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound out to the right wing. And it's Carrington missing. Boucher with the ball. Now defended by Saar. Here's Dick. Boucher sets a screen for Dick. And the Raptors miss again.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
With the drive. Shed, that's good.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Here's Carrington. The rebound by Shed. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Poole. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Champagnie. Back to Poole. Here's the screen. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. Raptors trail by 9. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Saar's shot is off. The Raptors have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Here's Champagnie. That 3 off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Pass to Mobo. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now just a 4-point Wizards lead.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Middleton outside. The Wizards with another miss. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Shed, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
1:30 left to play in the third. Here's Dick. A three-pointer, no good. Washington leading now by 4. Sarr sets the screen for Middleton. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Toronto's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
Tremendous vision from Chris Boucher. He is making a case for being more involved offensively.
And that one's good. Penny.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Barnes screen on Poole. Here's quickly. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. They get it back. The three. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Quickly the pass to Pirtle. From the arc. Kept alive. Here's the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong.
The third quarter comes to a close. Wizards out front. They lead by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Pirtle in its center. Barnes can't get it to go.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
George with the bucket.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Ingram outside. Barnes sets a screen for Ingram. And Pirtle has it in the corner. Pirtle with a screen on George. That's a 2 from Barnes. Pirtle kicks to quickly. There's the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Holmes passes to George. Here's Koulibaly. He's covered by Ingram. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To tie it up. Rebound, Washington. Holmes got 5 rebounds tonight. Back to Kispert. From deep. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Cardigan's quickly. Inside. Here's Pirtle. And he makes that one.
Well, this is the expectation for Jakob Pirtle. His scoring in the post has to be there for him.
There's the pick. And Corey Kispert is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Here's quickly. Smart with the steal. Out to the right wing. For three, Kispert. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Pirtle kicks to Ingram. Over Koulibaly. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 6 rebounds in the game. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. Outside for Smart. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Raptors trail by 4. Here's Quickly. Good on the bucket. Quickly's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's 2 things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
George passes to Smart. Shoots it. And he nails that one right through the net.
How about the poise of Marcus Smart under duress? Delivers a big-time shot.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
On the wing, Koulibaly. Trying to find Holmes. Gets it to him. Not loose. Ingram with the steal. Lob pass to Pirtle. Washington with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Holmes. Takes it inside. And here is Kispert. To Holmes. Outside for George. 4 on the shot clock. Off target from three-point range. Raptors trail by 4. And it's Barnes sliding it down.
Scotty Barnes with a big-time delivery. Big spot, young man. Yes, sir.
And so Washington again turning it over.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
Toronto, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Go into the rack with energy and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
For 3, Ingram. He can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And so it's Washington with it. The lead is 2. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And it's the Raptors' ball.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
And stolen by Barnes to take the lead. Right between the eyes.
3-point field.
And it's Brian Keith calling timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look if that's at all possible.
6 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Champagny. Over Barnes. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. This
take a look at this matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Brandon Ingram out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Barrett in at the 3.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
Thomas, that's good.
And that gets us rolling. Ooh, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see. That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
The shot by Russell, no good. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drained a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And here's Ingram outside. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Yeah, this is how competitive Ingram is. Getting his revenge with a 3 of his own.
And the Nets, one of a handful of franchises to have never won an NBA title, RJ.
I was fortunate to be on those Nets finals teams in 2002 and 2003. The combination of Durant, Harden, and Irving was supposed to end that drought and save this Nets franchise, but it was not to be.
Williams finds Russell from deep. Johnson. Pirtle grabs a miss. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Pass to Quickly. It's Barrett on the wing. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Brooklyn making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
Number 45.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. They get it back. Now here's Barnes. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound.
How about the physicality of Pirtle? He was ready to absorb that foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one drops. So now they lead by 1. And so Pirtle nails both of them. The Nets have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Johnson on the wing. It's stolen by Ingram. Stolen by Russell. Fires it. The kick out to Johnson. The 3 is up. On target from range.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
No one covering. Quickly's got 6 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Williams finds Johnson. That 3's off the mark. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. And stolen by Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, that's great basketball. Denying them on one end while grabbing points on the other.
And so we see a technical foul called here. They're going to get him for hanging too long on the rim.
You just got a little carried away. It can be hard for a young player to keep his passion in check. He's got to try to tone it down a little.
Toronto's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. The open shot, Barnes. Money from the wing.
I like how Pirtle set up his teammate where he can do something with it.
Pass to Johnson. A minute 37 left in the first quarter here. Releases. Toronto grabs the miss. Right side Ingram. Fires the 3. Claxton with a rebound. Brooklyn trailing. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Greg.
Yeah, he's scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
58 seconds left in the first. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Well, the Raptors shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. Pass to Barnes. From deep three-point range, Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. From deep, Johnson. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Puts it up. Ingram finds quickly. Lets the 3 fly. Claxton with a rebound. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Brooklyn, trailing by 2. Here's the 3. Rebound, Toronto. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Barrett. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Williams from long range. He can't hit that time. Got it up. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. So at the end of 1 quarter of play. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
D'Angelo Russell is out there with Johnson. Then they're sharp, and it's Wilson in at the 3 spot. So that's the Nets 5. That one falls.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Quickly, passes to Barrett. From outside, off the mark. And Brooklyn's shooting a rough 29% from the field here. And that one's good. Wilson.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside, and this has been a barn burner. Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Back to Russell. From outside the arc. Rebound, Toronto. Outside Barrett. 4-3. Sinks the tray. Barrett's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You gotta like the quick decision making from Barrett. Not even hesitating at all off the catch.
Johnson. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Nets trail by 4. Pass to Clowney. Over to the left wing. Stolen by Quickly. The 3 from Barnes. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. All right, I don't want to make you feel too old here, RJ. But you did get drafted back in 2001. What's the biggest change to the game, you think?
Oh, I think without a doubt the physicality and the 3-ball. Teams are not as physical, and they shoot a lot more threes. When I came in, they were barely shooting them. Now that's all that matters.
Thomas, he's checked in for Russell. Here's Wilson to win the run. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Quickly, passes to Barrett. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Nets trail by 4. Here's Wilson. No good from outside. Now here's Quickly, tightly guarded, and here's Ingram from the arc. Gets the 3-ball to go. Ingram's got 6.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Pass to Clowney, uncovered. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Raptors lead by 5. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Ingram against Johnson. The shot by Ingram, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Fires in the triple. And now just a 2-point Toronto lead.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
Pulls up, high post. And it's Quickly with a miss. Brooklyn has got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the 3-point line in the second. Takes a three. Clowney can't get it to go. Knocked away. Stolen by Sharp. Johnson for three. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Wilson. Hits the trifecta. Wilson's got 9 points in the quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Brooklyn.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And also, I haven't seen a lot of resistance from the defense when it comes to limiting their points in transition.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Pass to Clowney. Lets it go from deep. Toronto grabs the miss.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And here's Ingram outside. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Wilson. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Clowney. Three-pointer. Buries it from 3. Clowney's got 10 points in the game. Pass to Ingram. The 3 is up. Tipped. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Brooklyn out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. We've got Grady Dick, and it's Boucher in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Williams from long range, and it's Boucher with the rebound. And so here is Toronto. Launches a 3. And it's Shed missing. Melton outside. On the wing, Grady Dick. Melton covers. Back to Dick. Launches it. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got rebound number 8 now. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Claxton can't get it to go.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Clowney from deep, Melton. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Fires the 3. Dick with a miss. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Thomas for 3. Offensive board. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Oh, from deep. Drills it from deep. Claxton's got 5 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Mobo. Let's go with a 3. Good D by Melton. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Clowney. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to Dick. Puts up a 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 11 rebounds in the game. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
From deep, drains the triple. Dick's got 6 points in the quarter.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a three like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Pass to Clowney. Now Melton. Outside, Williams. Jacks up a three. Rebound, Toronto. In transition, here they come. There's the triple. Abaji can't hit. For Brooklyn, they've gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Williams. Here's Clowney. 13 points in the game. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Dick. The Raptors have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Nets trail by 3. Williams passes to Thomas. Beyond the arc. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Thomas. Williams has got 5. Down low. Here's Abaji. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Claxton. Here's Clowney. Outside, Williams. It's Thomas on the wing. Back to Williams. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's his first foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Johnson comes in for Clowney. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Thomas. For Brooklyn, Wilson's checked in for Williams. And it's Johnson in for Melton. Some changes for Toronto. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
On the court, Brooklyn foul. De'Ron Sharp. First personal foul.
The Raptors have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. It's good. He's got 11.
They don't lean on Pirtle for facilitation, but he's certainly not selfish with the ball.
Johnson for 3. Can't get it to drop. Deflected. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Toronto out in front, up 2, and we'll be... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Johnson is out there with Sharp. Then it's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Johnson. And it's Wilson in at the 3. Small forward. So that's the Nets 5.
And this is why Jakob's teammates throw it his way. They trust him to finish it the right way.
Johnson with a bucket. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Quickly, passes to Barnes. Off target with the 3. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Pirtle. Shoots. Again, the Nets score.
Beautiful stroke from Johnson, even on the quick shot.
Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Barnes. And another basket for Toronto.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
Johnson passes to Johnson. Outside Russell. Here's Wilson. 4 on the clock. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. The 3, Barrett. Brooklyn pulls it in. Stolen by quickly. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. The shot by Pirtle, no good.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game. Both teams leaving it all out there.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
The kick out to Johnson. Puts up a three. He buries it from three. And the Nets lead by 5.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Wilson passes to Russell. Stolen by quickly. To tie it up. Yep, right through the net. And that'll tie this game up.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period. And that's what they teach you at every level. Get a body on your man, box out, grab the ball.
They grab their own miss. Barrett can't hit.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
The Raptors have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter.
And you know Barrett wants the ball in his hands, especially on these big possessions.
Nets trail by 3. Outside Russell. A good look from Johnson. And the Nets miss again.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Brooklyn's gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Sharp finds Russell. A minute 6 left in the fourth quarter here. The kick out to Johnson. They need this. Pass to Russell. Here's Wilson. And it's in. Oh, an enormous three-pointer.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Crucial possession right here.
The crowd is on edge. Clutch performance by Russell. He keeps his cool and just zeroes in on finding his shot.
And here's quickly. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Pass to Ingram. Takes a three. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. It's Barnes on the wing. Off the mark there with a three. Here's Johnson. And he sinks it.
And they aren't over the limit yet. It's all about getting a three right here.
We'll see what they draw up. Three-pointer is a must.
And it's quickly with a miss. Hurdle with the block. And they get it back. So it's a narrow victory for the Nets. Pulling it out for the W. What a performance they had.
for a treat tonight, getting to see some of the best young talent in this NBA.
No doubt, Kevin, the superstar potential on the court is here tonight, and it is immense. We've got players destined to become some of the league's biggest names in the next couple of seasons. I'm pumped.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Sarr out there with George. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Smart in at the point. Fast break. Here we go. Johnson. Good.
Recognize the possession change. Johnson got way out front to score.
On the wing, Koulibaly. He's guarded by Thomas. Traps in the tray.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Out to Russell. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Violation. Jump ball.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Shoots. Again, the Nets for two.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
The recent history of the Nets. Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That's his first foul. Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Now into the line for your...
And so just over a minute and a half played. Shot by Johnson, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Williams with the ball. George picks him up. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Claxton the pass to Williams. Johnson from outside. George with the defensive effort.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Koulibaly. And again, Washington with the triple.
Really surprised a little bit to see him drift out to the three-point line, but I guess I shouldn't be if you can stroke it like that.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the game.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Smart against Russell. Smart misses. The Nets have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Pass to Claxton. He's looking for Russell and finds him. From deep, Johnson hits it from three-point range. Johnson's got 8 points.
That's what makes Johnson so difficult to guard. He's got that quick trigger.
Middleton can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Johnson finds Claxton. They grab their own miss to the right side. Trying his luck from deep. He can't get that one to fall. Washington has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Here's Johnson. The rebound by Middleton. And so it's Washington with it. Sarr with it. Williams picks him up. Sarr gets the bucket.
Well, Sarr continues to develop that three-point shot, hoping to make it a reliable part of his game.
Here's Johnson. Johnson against George. Johnson dishes to Russell. Claxton trying to free himself up. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Johnson.
Well, that's just a tough shot anytime you decide to shoot the floater. But D'Angelo measuring that one off nicely.
Pass to Sarr. Here's Koulibaly. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Williams. Johnson against George. Down low, down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson outside. And it's sent back by George. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So for the Nets, Brownie's checked in, and it's Wilson in for Cameron Johnson. 40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Coulibaly. Rebound, Brooklyn.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Lets it go with a 3. And Sarr pulls it down. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Here's Coulibaly. No good from outside. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. It's the Wizards. They lead by a bucket. And back with the start. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out the score.
So on the floor for Washington, we've got George. Smart is out there with Coulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Sarr in at the center position. Williams for 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Melton with the steal. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. The shot from the low post is good. Johnson's got his first basket.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
You know, Brent, the Wizards had a very tough 23-24 campaign, didn't they?
Very difficult. Difficult for everybody. Their fans, their ownership, and their coaching staff, which changed last year. Just 15 wins, a record low for a very prideful Washington franchise. Their offense struggled. Their defense was 28th. On the bright side, a lot of minutes went to their younger players, so it's going to be another year of development in Washington.
A floater. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got 6.
Ooh, the soft floater from Chris Middleton guiding that one over the defense.
Here he goes.
Go into the right with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Coulibaly. Misses the 3. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets, and the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Martin's checked in for Williams, and Thomas subbed in for Johnson. Here's Thomas. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Martin with the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Jacks up a 3. Pass to Holmes. Now Poole. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
And that shot fake working very nicely for Poole. This guy is an excellent free throw shooter.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Claxton's checked in. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D is just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
But when you can score the ball and the defense makes adjustments your way to do that, Poole has to take advantage like that.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Martin, defended by Kispert. Beyond the arc. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Wilson, no good. Washington has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Now, Poole. Here's Champagny. And it's off from three-point range. Right side, Wilson. Corner shot. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Nets lead by 2. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Champagny passes to Poole. And they get it back. Kispert with it. He has yet to score. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to Martin. Driving to the basket.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of this game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Buries the long-range jumper. 23 seconds left in the first half. Here's Claxton. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Poole against Melton. Near the three-point line, it's Kispert. Another one falls for Washington. 5 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Melton. And the wing jumper offline. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Wizards lead by. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Wizards with the lead. You've got Thomas. Martin is out there with Cameron Johnson. Then it's Russell. And it's Clowney in at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's the Nets 5. Russell against Poole. Over to the wing. Kispert wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple. Kispert's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Wizards. Russell kicks to Thomas. Russell dishes to Thomas. Outside for Martin. Here's Clowney. And the 3 off target.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
I tell you what, Brent, this Jordan Poole is one confident player.
Yeah, his mindset, though, Kevin, has to shift to being more consistent. So we've seen these outbursts in scoring from Jordan Poole, but really you want to have a more reliable player in what he does both offensively and defensively. Hopefully he finds that.
Clowney sinks the three-pointer. Clowney's got 5 now.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Pass to Kispert. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Thomas. Rebound, Washington.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Nets trail by 7. Outside, Martin. The trade. Washington with the rebound. Holmes got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. For 3, Kispert. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Here's Clowney. He has 5. Johnson, the pass to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Poole. And it's Russell missing. Wizards leading by 10. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Alden. David.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money. A star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. And here's Johnson outside, rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 6 rebounds here tonight. The Wizards with another miss. That's trailed by 10. Well, it's no secret this Washington team...
Oh, yes, sir. And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Poole against Russell. Now, here's Poole. He's covered closely. Tries again. Johnson knocks it away.
Terrific defensive effort by Johnson. Outstanding timing on the block.
Trendon Watford's checked in for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Thomas. On the wing, Johnson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Pass to George. Sarr with it. He's guarded by Williams. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by Watford. Brooklyn trailing. Outside Williams. Watford finds Williams. And here's Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson wide open. He fires. His 3-pointers off the mark. The 3 from George. Bangs on the trifecta. George has got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Taken away by Williams. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Plays it up and banks it in. Williams has got his 2nd basket of the night. And it's Smart with the ball for the Wizards. Pass to Coulibaly. And here's Smart. For 3, Middleton. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
There was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
And he sinks the 2nd. And he nails the 3rd.
Now you could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
A big-time effort for Corey Kispert, providing a lot of energy for the Wizards. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
3.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Taking a look at the Wizards. They've got Chris Middleton. George is out there with Sarr. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Smart in the point guard. Right wing. Here's Sarr. And the rejection by Claxton. Here's Middleton. A three off the inbound. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Wizards lead by 16.
And that kind of consistency from Middleton from three, that's huge.
Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. The three. Smart misses. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Sarr's shot is off. Fournette shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And the slam by Williams.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Some changes for Brooklyn. Johnson comes in for Trendon Watford. And it's Wilson in for Williams. Middleton for 3. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Kicks it out to Wilson. Stolen by Middleton. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Wizards. Corey Kispert comes in for Chris Middleton. And the shot is good from Johnson.
A great jump shooter, really from any range. That's Cam Johnson.
Wizards leading by 9. Holmes with a screen on Melton. Smart finds Holmes. And taken away by Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Johnson outside. Back to Wilson. Melton passes to Wilson. Stolen by Smart. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. The open shot by Kispert. Shot clock at 6. Poke loose. On the wing, Melton. Defended by Kispert.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
And here's Kispert from the arc. That one doesn't go, but he's still shooting 50%. 5 of 10. Fourth quarter. Fires the 3. A shot by Wilson, no good.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Wizards lead by 10.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Stars checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Smart finds George. Off target from outside. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Claxton, defended by Kispert. Claxton inside. On the wing, Melton. Pass to Johnson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You can tell Johnson is enjoying himself playing without overthinking.
Brooklyn making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Johnson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. And a switcher also for Washington. Middleton's checked in. Brooklyn's got a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. George sets a screen for Smart. 5 to shoot. A 3-pointer off the mark. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Claxton the pass to Russell. Back to Claxton. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Now Smart. Pass to Son. Here's Koulibaly. And an intentional foul right there.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested three. Never an easy shot.
Johnson can't hit. And so it's Washington who scraped by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic...
Conference rivals set to clash once again.
And BA, there's typically a little bit of chippiness because it is clear these two teams don't like each other, and you and I are here for all of it.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. Marcus Smart out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's George, then there's Sarr, and it's Middleton in at small forward. George against Barnes. Middleton with a screen on Barnes. The three, George. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Coulibaly with it. Now quickly defending. And again, it's Washington with a three.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future in developing talent.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Darko Rajakovic. A big topic of conversation, Chris Middleton. Coach said Middleton is an incredible shooter. He said we cannot let him get comfortable. Shoot it directly off passes. Our goal, run Chris off that three-point line. Chris Middleton, hard to stop. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Quickly with a screen on Middleton. Hits a three-pointer.
You've got to be able to operate in pick-and-roll action. R.J. Barrett very comfortable handling the rock.
Outside Coulibaly. The three is up. Rebound Toronto. Barnes passes to Quickly. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Smart with the ball. Now guarded by Barrett. It's stolen by Pirtle. Tipped away. It's stolen by Smart. Middleton outside. Smart outside. Outside Coulibaly. Knocks down the long J. Coulibaly's got 9.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
From deep, Pirtle. That shot is off.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Now here's Coulibaly. He's got 9. 4 on the clock. Here's Sarr. And that one's long.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Quickly against Smart. Here's Pirtle. And the Raptors miss again. Washington leading by 6. From deep, Sarr. Barnes with the rebound. Got a piece of it. And here's Ingram outside. Sarr pulls it in. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Here's Coulibaly. Washington again can't hit.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Smart has got his third assist of the night.
Well, I absolutely love that pass from Marcus Smart. Almost like a sixth sense relative to where his teammate was.
Now here's Barnes. On the wing quickly. Defended by Smart. And it's quickly with a miss. For Washington, they've got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. There's a screen. To the paint. Pass to Coulibaly. Launches a three. And again, Washington with a triple.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's quickly. No good on the buzzer beater. The first quarter concludes. And a double-digit lead. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Washington.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Barrett in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. They get the rebound. Wizards leading by 12. Smart outside. The 3. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
Now here's Barnes. Soft touch off the glass.
You get the sense Scotty Barnes is very comfortable in the painted area. That's easy work.
Here's Coulibaly. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Jakob Poeltl. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates. And it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Now here's quickly. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Poeltl with a screen on George. The 3 from Barnes. Knocks it down from distance. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
And it's Coulibaly missing. Poeltl with the ball. Yet to see a basket. Barrett, he's open. It's rebounded by George.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Here's Coulibaly. From outside, off the mark. Raptors trail by 9. The 3 from quickly. Rebound Washington. Sarr's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. George with it. He's picked up by Barnes. The 3 is up. And Smart nails the triple.
Well, though he's not known as a prolific three-point shooter, Marcus Smart takes his time, delivers. That's a big-time shot.
Quickly against Smart. Quickly passes to Barnes. Hands it from the wing. Barnes has got 9. Wizards leading by 10. Middleton from the outside. Rebounded by Ingram.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
The 3, Barrett. They get it back. A deep 3. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Washington. 1:36 left in the first half of basketball. Middleton from the outside. It's rebounded by Barrett. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. From outside the arc. Barrett missing again. And for the Wizards, they're shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Outside Koulibaly. Middleton outside. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. So Toronto ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
Raptors trail by 10. Here's Shed. And again, Toronto no good. Three-pointer Kispert sends it home from three-point land. Kispert's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Shed. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
Wizards leading by 11. And we've got 28 seconds left in the second period.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Boucher a screen on Poole. Shed. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Shed's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
They set the pick. Poole, the pass to Champagny. And so it's the Washington Wizards. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Without question, Bilal Koulibaly displaying his skills today.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. They've got Rashawn Holmes, Malcolm Brogdon out there with Corey Kispert, and it's Carrington in at the two guard. Washington leading by 11. After their title in 2019, the Raptors have struggled to stay among the league's elite stores.
Well, think about it, B.A. The driver of that title success was Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry. Both of those players are gone. Very hard to replace players of that caliber. Almost inevitable they were going to take a step back.
Now here's Brogdon. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
And it's Shed missing. Washington's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Kispert outside. Jacks up a 3. Counted from distance. Kispert's got his third basket on the night right there.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
The offensive rebound. Here's Shed, guarded by Brogdon. A shot to stop the run. And it's Shed missing. Washington leading by 19. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Champagny, that's good.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Champagny shot is off. The Raptors have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Here's Boucher, and finished off by Boucher.
He's got a nose for the basketball and a high level of activity around the rim. Go ahead and finish, Mr. Boucher.
Brogdon feeling it out a bit. Lets the three fly. Gets the three to fall. Brogdon's got his first 3 points of the game.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Raptors trail by 18. From downtown, sinks the tray. Dick's got 6 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
And the three-pointer goes.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Oh, he's really showing off now. The threes keep falling with no signs of slowing down.
Picked by Holmes. From the arc. And it's Brogdon missing. The Raptors have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Here's Abaji. Outside Dick. High post Boucher. To the right side. Here's Brogdon. Pass to Champagny. Cans it with nobody near him. Champagny's got 11.
Well, Malcolm Brogdon's communication with guys on the floor is just terrific. What a nice pick-and-roll opportunity created by him.
It's stolen away. Over to the wing. Here's Shed, guarded by Brogdon. Fires from deep. Connects from downtown. Give him 8 points now.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
They set the screen. Here's Carrington. And the layup is good. And the Wizards lead by 16.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Here's Dick. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Champagny. Pure from three-point range. Champagny's got 11 in the second half. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Wizards out in front, up 19. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Dick, and it's Boucher in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Oh, a beauty. Aggressive move by Middleton. Slamming it in to make a statement.
And it's Shed missing.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And it's Coulibaly missing. Raptors trail by 21. Here's Dick. No good on the triple. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Washington.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
So Toronto ends up going with a new group.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Washington has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Coulibaly No good on the three. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. And that one's good. Quickly.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Wizards leading by 22 from deep. Sarr. And no good. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Fires for three. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's for Washington. They've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Koulibaly's got 6 in the quarter. The Raptors have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Barrett a screen on George. The three from Barnes. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Oh, my goodness. What an answer from Scotty Barnes. Drills the comeback triple. Stop it.
Smart against Quickly. George a screen on Quickly. Smart outside. 5 on the clock. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Toronto has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Lays it in off the pretty lob.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom! Lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. Smart for three. Rebound Toronto. Stolen by Middleton. Pass to Sarr. Takes the three. Rebound Toronto. Bertle's got his 7th rebound here tonight. For three, Barrett. That shot off the mark.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Raptors trail by 20. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Quickly. Three-pointer. Pirtle in the post.
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow. Barrett passes to Quickly. To the wing on the left. The open shot by Pirtle. And another basket for Toronto.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Wizards.
They had excellent production from the bench.
This team has strong depth, and in this game, it showed.
From deep, Pirtle. And it's Koulibaly with a rebound. Wizards leading by 16. To end the drought. And Smart gets the three.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Outside Koulibaly. There's the three. And again, Washington with a triple.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Smart against Quickly. George a screen on Quickly. Pass to Sarr. Shot clock at 6. Fades back. Here's George. Banked it in off the glass.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
tournament tonight, RJ. These teams love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
So the next starting five. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with Russell. And it's Williams at small forward. Barnes can't get it to go. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson for three. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Look at the release from Johnson, getting that shot off before the defenders can close out.
And that one's good, Barnes.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. Here's quickly. Out to Barrett. Shoots. It's hauled in by Claxton.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Following some ups and downs, Richard, the Brooklyn Nets, and you know this, they're back in rebuild mode.
Yes, unfortunately they are, but fans shouldn't let the word rebuild discourage them. The Nets still have a ton of solid pieces, and it's just a question of making smart moves from here on out.
Now here's Johnson, following the miss by Scotty Barnes. Outside, Barrett. A three from quickly. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Here's Claxton. They get it again. Back to Russell. Williams kicks to Thomas. 6 to shoot. Pass to Russell. Fires from way outside. Boucher with the rebound. Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Williams with the steal. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. Knocks it loose. Shoots a fader. Claxton no good. The Raptors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Barnes can't get it to go. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. 2 open that time, made it look too easy.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Here's the 3. And the Raptors miss again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Claxton no good. Toronto's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Ingram, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Ingram's got 5 now.
And known for the jump shot, Ingram needs to keep firing away with confidence from that spot.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. Here's Barnes, following the bucket by the Nets. Quickly the pass to Barrett. Offline with his 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And the Nets making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
Number 45, Keon Johnson.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. They trail by 1. And again, no good by Toronto. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. To the paint. Johnson, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Barrett.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Hits the 3-point bomb.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Johnson can't hit. Toronto, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. It's stolen by Barrett. For 3. A rebound by the Nets. Boucher with the steal. Fast break, here they come. Offensive rebound. Here's Barnes. Johnson with the block. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Toronto ahead, up by 2. We'll be back short. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Russell is out there with Johnson. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Wilson in at the 3 spot. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Quickly. Raptors leading by 3. The 3 from Barnes. Pass to Boucher. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And that one's good. Ingram's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon as the ball hits his hands.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
And here's Barnes for 3. It's not going to go for him.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
And you look at the career of D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's played for several teams, including the Lakers twice.
Teams keep trading for D'Lo for his offense. He can be electric. There is a reason why he's been named an all-star in his career.
Fantastic defense from Barrett there. It helps big time when he gives the hustle and stays home with his man.
5 on the clock. Here's Wilson. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Raptors with the lead. Looking to end its cold spell, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Right side, Wilson. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Wilson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. A 3 from Quickly. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Raptors lead by 4.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Barnes can't get it to go.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Barrett against Wilson. Here's Clowney. Goes back up. Here's Claxton. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Ingram. Toronto leading by 4. Barrett for 3. And it's Russell with the rebound. Here's Wilson. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Wilson's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Nets. RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half a season. But we're not very patient with them. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you've played every team, you understand the defensive concept, you might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years.
The shot's good from Claxton.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Now, here's Quickly. He has 6. For 3, Ingram. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the right side. Wilson. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Toronto, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And that one's good. Ingram.
And we've seen this type of effortless dominance from Ingram before, growing accustomed to carrying the load.
It's good on the putback. Wilson's got 8 here in the quarter.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Brooklyn trailing. On the wing, Williams. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. As to Abaji. Drills it from outside.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Nets trail by 5. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Here he goes. Gets it to go. That one good from Melton.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And stolen by Sharp. Outside Williams. Here's Clowney. To the wing right side. Outside Williams. Here's Melton. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Raptors lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We've got Jakob Poeltl. And it's Mobo in at the power forward. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Richard, take a look at DeAnthony Melton's game, a combo guard, and size him up for us.
He's one of the combo guards that every team loves to have on their roster. He can hit an open 3, but he can also guard a #1 offensive player on the other end and take the challenge every single night.
Williams with the ball. Back to Johnson. Ball stolen. Dick with it. Now Thomas defending. Here's Poeltl. Pass to Mobo. Launches it. The rebound by Sharp.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Dick wide open. Hands it from downtown. Dick's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite 3-point shot.
Here's Williams. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Pass to Dick. 3-pointer. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nets trail by 4. High post, Johnson. It's Dick on the wing. He's guarded by Thomas. Dick can't get it to go.
He has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Johnson outside. Puts up a deep 3. And Poeltl pulls it down. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Dick. They get it back. Here's Shed. Good on the three-point shot. Shedd's got his second basket of the night.
And so many different ways Dick gets the ball to his teammates, always on time and on target.
Melton finds Sharp. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lets it go from the wing. Almost, but it rolls out. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharp.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Brownie's checked in, and it's Wilson in for Williams. Dick can't get it to go. Nets trail by 7 and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Poor decision there to heave the ball so far down the court. I mean, there's plenty of better places to go with it.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Puts up a deep 3. A shot by Wilson, no good. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Toronto shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Dick's got 7 points in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
To the middle. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Brooklyn making some changes. Johnson comes in for Thomas. And it's Russell in for DeAnthony Melton. Pass to Russell. Sharp with it. Puts up a deep 3. A rebound by Shed.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
Oh, that's a real nice looking deep 3 ball there.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Wilson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Another bomb for him right now. His 3-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
6-second difference between the shot and game plan. Dick hits it from 3-point range. Dick's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
Here's Shed. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 5 points in the game.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think.
Well, through 3 quarters of play. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. We've got Russell, also Johnson out there. Sharp out there with Wilson. And it's Clowney in at the 4-man position. Uncovered, and he hits the jumper for 2. Clowney's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Brooklyn. Here's Shed. Brooklyn with the rebound. Sharp's got his 5th rebound in this one. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Brooklyn making a change here. The kick out to Williams. Back to Johnson from outside the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. And it's quickly missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Good on the shot.
And good awareness by Russell. Just reading the defense, goes with the floater there over the top.
Ingram with it. Williams picks him up. And it falls over the rim and in. And the Raptors lead by 8. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Claxton. Tries a 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Onside, Barrett launches a 3. The tray. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Johnson dishes to Williams. Traps in the tray.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Connects from three-point range.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Russell from long range. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Boucher's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And up there for Barnes. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
That one goes. Count it. And that's now 6 points for R.J. Barrett.
Nice looking shot there for Barrett. You can tell he's confident when he's shooting the ball.
Johnson can't get it to go. Raptors leading by 10. From the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Williams for 3. Barnes grabs the miss. The Raptors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Barrett the pass to Boucher. A 3. That shot misses. Nets trail by 13. And the layup's good off the glass.
Open court basketball at its best. The D slow to catch up, and the assist leads him right to the basket.
For Toronto, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Trains the three-pointer.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Toronto.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Scotty Barnes.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple on this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking him down.
Johnson for 3, and it's Toronto with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Out to Ingram. Boucher with the ball. Picked up by Claxton. And it's Russell with the rebound. And here's Brooklyn. 11-point game.
Defensive foul. Brandon Ingram. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
And that one falls for Claxton. So it's Toronto winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on